Hello everybody, my name's the Zero Man and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Oh, Andy and Obsky. We have a fun little mission for you guys. So if this looks very familiar, yes, this is a recycling of our old Apollo 3. Because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Our target today is the distant and tiny moon of Minmus. Align the orbits. I love MechJeb. It's so convenient. It does things so much more precisely than I ever could. God bless it. Come on. Come on. Come on, Apollo 4. But yes, what we're going to do is just fly out to Minmus, land, see what all the fuss is about of that tiny little moon way off in the distance. And in fact, it really is quite tiny. Beautiful. Give me back control. Oh, dear. We'll burn out to the planet. Mwahaha. It actually doesn't take all that much power to get out there. It only takes about, 200 meters a second in fuel, which it honestly takes more to get to the moon and land on it than it does to actually go to Minmus and land, surprisingly enough, just because of, well, size, relative orbits. Oh, that was moon. There we go. Minmus achieved. Ooh, 4 days. Well, we have a while to wait, I think. So until then, we just slowly drift around, and you can see the ship just spinning insanely around the planet Kerbal. I actually haven't been to Minmus in a very long time. It was one of the first places I went to, which was one of the most hilarious things I've ever seen, me trying to maneuver. But eventually got there in the end, haven't been back since. It's actually surprisingly hard to get out to. Mostly just because of how tiny it is, and it's got a very... well, let me show you here. It has a very interesting orbit. It's not quite as flat as you would expect, and it's just got some interesting angles to it, and it's just not that easy of a target to hit. But we have more than enough fuel to land on our little Minmus here. There we go. There we go. Ooh, that's actually not that bad. So how far out? We have about an hour. And it's actually really interesting what you have to do to get an orbit here on Minmus. Just because it's such a small planet, it requires an insane amount of just, you have to stop all of your speed. 7 minutes out. Yeah. So slowly dragging this back in, and yep, 75 meters a second. That's it. That's crazy. It's actually one of the lowest speeds in the entire game to get to some other body. But the only one that's less, I think, is Gilly. But Gilly's even smaller yet. So, plenty of fuel. Sure. Land at the target. Just kind of get a sunlight side of Gilly. That Gilly Minmus. As you can see, it's very uneven. Looks like it's been hit multiple times just by larger objects. Rivals even kind of the moon at how cratered it really is. Where in the world is it trying to take me? I wasn't sure it was actually going to work there. Oh, okay now. That was interesting. Random frame rate drops for no apparent reason. That was it. A tiny little burn. Yep. A tiny little burn just knocked us completely out of orbit. We're only 300,000 meters above the planet's surface, and that's how far away it is. That should tell you something right there about how tiny Minmus is. Just from the simple fact that we're 300,000 meters away, and it kind of looks like we're still millions away. It looks way far out there when it isn't. And now an interesting thing about Minmus is it's one of the few bodies in Kerbal Space Program as so far where you can actually EVA off the planet with a Kerbin. There's enough power in their backpacks that you could legitimately get in orbit and fly back to Kerbin just on their backpacks. I believe Minmus and Gilly are the only two bodies that you can actually do that with in the entire game. Which we will be visiting Gilly eventually. It's over in the Eve system, which that's quite a ways away, but we'll eventually get there. We'll explore it. Probably with a modification of this nice little rover here. Just because this isn't enough fuel really to get us out to Eve, so probably some kind of modification, and just so we can end up with more fuel and explore essentially all the little moons and asteroids that we want. My gosh, this thing has no gravity whatsoever. Thousand times speed, still falling incredibly slowly. Ooh, okay. Okay. Come on. You don't have to burn it that slow. Let's go. Aw, Andy down here is thrilled. Obsky seems pretty excited too. Oh, look! Kerbal way in the background. It's actually quite tiny from way out here. I'm surprised. So let's get closer. Should be fine. Oh, I'm trying to remember how far down this actually is. I think it's below 10,000, but I'm not 100% sure, and it doesn't help that I can't see anything but the little light on the mech jab. Do we happen to have any lights? No, that's brakes. That's gears. That's lights. No, we have no lights. That's something to look forward to in the future, of putting in lights so I can actually see in the case of the dark side of the moon. Well, I guess I just have to cross my fingers and hope. Eee. Could be interesting. How much fuel do we have left? 48 seconds. Full burn. Could be worse. Could be worse. We're obviously coming up on it because it's starting to fill our horizon here. Oh, preparing for braking burn. $8,000. I'm not quite sure how low this planet actually is. 6,000. Please get to burning. 4,500. Oh, okay. Thank goodness. And since this planet has no atmosphere and essentially no gravity, it actually takes a lot less time to bleed off your speed than I actually give it credit for. I just don't remember how low this planet actually is altimeter-wise, so I'm a little bit nervous. MechJeb has a habit of messing up here and there. Occasionally. Considering this hill's rising up pretty quickly, I say we're really close. I just wish these motors kind of gave off more light. Yeah, we're right above the surface. And touchdown! Excellent. Beautiful. Let us get out Andy Kerman. See if we can slowly drift to the surface. Let's see if we can get his lights on. No? You're not gonna turn your lights on, buddy? Maybe we can just wait it out till the sun rises. Whee! Time accelerate! Oh, okay. There we go. Welcome to Minmus. Look how happy he is. Whee! Oh, that's what I love about this planet. You could legitimately just jump off of it. It's wonderful. Oh, it's a proper little snowball in the sky. It's got like a nice little green, lime green kind of sherbet color. Yeah, it's a beautiful planet. There's actually not too much out here, and the real reason you would come out here is more for the sake of just playing with the physics. Just because some really hilarious stuff can go on. You can build up a ton of speed, And come on, catch the helmet, catch the helmet. Come on, come back down. Oh, gravity's not helping me out here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's way too much fun. Oh. It's actually going to be a long time since there is very little gravity on this planet, so he is going to be bouncing for a little while. But yeah, that's Minmus, the tiny little snowball of Kerbin. Oh, Andy, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I honestly feel bad now. Oh, dear. I'm not sure this is going to stop anytime soon, so until next time, guys, I've been the Zero Man, and unlike our friend Andy here, please stay safe.